Very, very good evening from Finland, and warmly welcome into our WESAK celebration. We have today just wonderful possibility to listen many great ideas which have been put together by our lovely, humble co-workers full of light. And also we may have many people who are the first time with us. So we warmly welcome you. We also warmly welcome our new members in Plural Sisterhood. And so we are starting now, and then we have this program. And after that, we have some hours of reflection. What we want to emphasize is about, first, of course, that this is a great WESAK day. We have different traditions. We are following the tradition by Master D.K., who was using the tropical astrology. But then in the East, it is followed by the sidereal astrology, and that's why this day is different. But whatever it is, basically all of that for us is also symbolic, because when we think about the real esoteric and occult knowledge on our level, we just have to follow something. And what is the background of it? It has been fading away during these thousands of years when humanity was connected directly with the masters who were walking among humanity. What is told in a tradition, it was the time of the Atlantean consciousness, but then the Great War that we have many legends about, the war in Atlantic continent, Atlantean continent, and that's why what has happened after that has been a great struggle for humanity, but a great struggle for the hierarchy, the inner ones who knows and sees, but who had to withdraw then because of the losing the ability to continue on that level. They had to withdraw in inner planes. So we are having this still this great challenge for us. What do we believe? What do we follow? Everything, if we think about whatever tradition, we have to think about that we truly have to find our inner self, the one self. And on that way, we have many beautiful souls, those who have been committing themselves, who have been giving themselves for others, like Buddha, and who were able to sacrifice, who had so strong will to sacrifice for others that they were making their way in huge speed. It is told by this teaching that Buddha was finding or touching the cosmic mental plane, the first one among us. So it was a huge and rapid opening, and then his brother, Lord Maitreya, the Christ, is the one who was first time bringing to humanity the will of God in Gethsemane. And if we think about all these millions of years, how slow is the evolution, how slow is the development of human, and human soul, we can say. But then those, we during the time of WESAK, we should put a little bit from us, or actually very much from us. By the way, I may open the video. Okay, I'm there. Hello. And we should think about all of those who were opening the way for humanity, who who gave themselves and their lives the way that they forgot completely their physical personality. I just take these 1 second. The background away. Okay. So they were given their lives the way that they gave for others. And we still have those in humanity, in different traditions, who are, in our tradition, we call them the manhiljaiset, the silent ones of earth, who are there behind the scenes, working every day, giving their hearts and their minds, their whole self, in order to open the way for us. And thus they become the enlightened ones, like the Buddha. But we don't know their names. When we go within, we can feel them. We can recognize the waves of their blessings. So let us remember them as well when we are aligning with the hierarchy and these great beings. The full moon in Taurus is known as the WESAK festival and is the highlight of a spiritual year. Legend tells us that every year during the WESAK full moon of Taurus, the Buddha returns to the etheric level in the WESAK valley at the foot of Mount Kailash, which is also called Mount Meru, to strengthen the hierarchy and bless humanity. And also in that blessing, all the waters of earth, that is how the legend is telling, all the waters are blessed. So if you have not been reserving yet for yourself, remember to take the chalice of water for this moment of WESAK. Aspirants, students, and initiates around the world sees this event as a great moment of spiritual inspiration for the coming year. And for us, I know that maybe I'm tiring some of you, but I still want to emphasize that it is really clear for us. This is the last WESAK in a relationship related to the era of the Forerunner. It is said that this time is the time when a huge amount of thousands and thousands of souls have been invited, called upon by the masters, even by Sanat Kumara, for this time to really prepare the way. There are a few things going on this planet. The great Lord Maitreya, is preparing to come into physical existence, appearance again. And that's why everything, whatever we do, is focusing upon the preparing his way. And this is also related to WESAK time, that is what Master DK is telling about, how everything is focusing now with these two festivals. This festival, the WESAK, and then the Asala, which is called in the East, like WESAK is the Eastern name, and Asala is also the Eastern name. But what we call the Festival of Christ, the Festival of Humanity, and also the full moon day itself, the day of goodwill. And when we think about what the highest part of us and also this planet is, Sanat Kumara is the Shambhala. And the purpose of monad is to bring into the physical manifestation the heaven, as we call here in West the heaven. And that is what the Lord Maitreya is going to teach us again, how we will bring his mission down. And we can say the mission of Sanat Kumara, that this earth plane is going to be the, as we call the heaven, as above, so below. This is a huge thing. And then when we think about Taurus, the bull is very interesting symbol in many of the ancient traditions. We know that it was the time of Taurus, and that's why we had the bull symbolism around the world. But when we think about, for instance, Egyptian myths and their Apis bull, the sacred bull, which is symbolizing Geb, which is the planet Earth, that in the end, when this solar system is going to die, when this incarnation of this solar system is ending, the Geb, in the form of bull, is going to the sun, to Ra, to Helios Mount. And that is the last thing what happens. So there are those who are interested of astrology. There are some thoughts by our esoteric astrologists that planet Earth is playing the base center of the solar system. And that would tell us, when we think about the initiations of the solar system, that our solar system, when it is reaching the 5th degree, when it is for us, when we go through the master degree, from the Kundalini is rising directly from the root chakra to the head chakra in 5th initiation. And we could think that this myth of Geb as a form of bull is walking into the Helios Mount, is telling about the 5th initiation of our solar logos. And our Earth is then going to play a big role in that. So yes, this is just behind all these all amazing things where our little planet is involved, and us as little units of this greater whole, we are involved. But today we are involved for this moment, and that is very important for us. It's just a thought, what everybody can keep in their minds, and you can think for yourself, that this life, when we were all called to work here, remembering all of those great ones who are sacrificing behind the scenes and nobody knows about them. They work daily, all the time, making the change. What about us? We are part of humanity and we have these great challenges everywhere. But do we really walk the way as the masters are indicating? Do we really work the way? What is the best, highest push from us, the will to victory, as Buddha, as Tibetan is saying, that we need, the new group of observers need the will to victory. So they are deep thoughts for us to think about. We can think this way, that what about we knew that the world would end by the end of this year? Would you continue the same way? Would we continue the same way? What would we do? It's good to think this way, that to knock one's wooden head, that, come on, this is a great moment. We have been called forth for this moment, and have I done the best what I could? And today, let us do our best. let us give our full hearts for all of our family members in this little tiny humanity on this little tiny planet, and be for service, being the open channel, the fullest open channel, and trying these last months of the Forerunner, thinking about John the Baptist, who was preparing the way. How was he? He was so determined. He was purifying himself. He was really preparing the way for Christ. And now it is the group Forerunner, group John the Baptist. We all are that. And in our tiny circles, let us do the best. We have now some time, and we would be foolish if we would not be using these days of opportunity. Wonderful. There have been coming some blessings from different parts of the world. Very nice. And we are 117 people. I think that we all are somehow responding to this call, and I think that many of us, we feel in ourselves that if even we would not know, but we feel it, that there are very special days, and one should do all one can. There are so much at stake. By the way, it's amazing. We just got the snow. It is the end of April, and normally on this level in the southern Finland, it was already all snow is gone. Would I dare to? I don't dare to turn now my computer, but everything is white here, and somehow it is beautiful metaphor that everything is purified and is ready for this great festival. We have got 55 different groups now for our candle ceremony, and we will start that right away. But I need help for that in order to light them. So I will call my friend who is helping me to light, and you can actually bring your groups even after this. We will take them during these coming days into our invocation. And the idea is about that, what Tibetan says, that the new group of observers is really needed at the moment. We are needed for making the strong invocation, which is then invoking the response from the higher ones and the Christ and the Buddha. And it is the purpose is to invoke or evoke the response from average humanity. We need now the power of our humanity to stand up and stop all this craziness, what is going on among the brothers hating each other. And that's not the way, the higher way. It's not the beautiful middle way of the Lord Buddha, what he was teaching. So let us now just go into silence for a while and aligning to this day. And I am preparing myself here to just take the candles and the lighting the candles. The new group of servers is an aspect of the world Antakarana, and it gives students of the Antakarana a sound example of the intent and purpose of the rainbow bridge, which each disciple is endeavoring consciously to build. It is composed of those who have penetrated in consciousness upwards to such an extent and height that their ascension has become invocative and it has produced a descent from the hierarchy. Words here are apt to hinder, but the visualization indicated will prove helpful. In the case of the new group of observers, it is not simply ascending energy which must be considered. There is also a focusing of consciousness and a receptivity which can develop into fixed intention. This can be followed later by a recognition in the physical brain consciousness of what has transpired. And during this WESAK time, it is very important for us that we think about this manifestation, that our physical brain will get it, and we become aware in our physical brain. As we are preparing our own hearts, remember that the full moon of WESAK is the time in which the new group of observers and all the esotericists and spiritually oriented people of the world must work in full cooperation with the Buddha. And that the full moon of June, Gemini, is the opportunity for the men and women of goodwill, aided by the new group of observers, to arouse people everywhere to make a great appeal, and by this appeal enable the Christ to invoke for them the needed aid. These two full moons are therefore of paramount importance and should have a definite effect subconsciously upon the minds of the new group of observers and upon the hearts of the men and women of goodwill in every land, nation, and group. Let your meetings, your meditation, and your individual thinking be steadily focused upon these points. And endeavor to enter into the full moon exercises, both of May the WESAK and June Christ Festival, Asala. Here Tibetan is talking about this May festival, but maybe again in Zodiac we have been moving forward. That I was just looking about the last full moons in Taurus. They have been mainly in the month of April. So whenever he talks about the May festival, he talks about the WESAK festival. And then June, and it's going to be this year on in the end of May, is going to be the Gemini full moon. So I read again this. Let your meetings, your meditation, and your individual thinking be steadily focused upon the points and endeavor to enter upon these points, meaning these two festivals, and endeavor to enter into the full moon exercises, both of May WESAK and June Christ Festival, with as clear an understanding of what is taking place as you can, and a clear picture of the possibilities which can come as the result of right action. Both the full moons should be the times of effective service. The Buddha does not require invoking, he will come. As the members of this group meditating and serving, they will gradually find that they are becoming aware of an inner group, the ashram or the master, on whose ray the individual server is to be found. It must be remembered that ashramic meditation is in the nature of a constant and uninterrupted group meditation upon the plan. The united meditation of these disciples is collaborating with that of the Christ and of the Masters. Note that during the WESAK time, the meditation of the new group of world servers, in conjunction with the hierarchical meditation, will inevitably impress the sons of men who are seeking and longing for liberation. Thus, a great channel or path of light is created by cooperative meditation, and along that path, speaking symbolically, the Christ will come. Members of the new group of world servers are gathered from all branches of human enterprise. The new group of world servers is composed of widely diverse men or women gathered out of all nations, holding many different points of view and following the many different professions and ideologies. It is therefore more truly representative of humanity and more truly potent than ever before. So just for a few seconds, reflect on this, that we understand that there are so many lines of human endeavor that the people, how they belong to this group. So let us try to reflect all possible branches where we can find the new group of world servers, the members. The new group is invocative to the hierarchy for purposes of impression and can be impressed by any ashram through its disciple in that group. Thus, the great chain of contact and the great channel for the inflow of spiritual energy reaches from Shambhala to humanity, and then through humanity to the three subhuman kingdoms. And we all see that our humanity needs now really huge support and directives. But it's very hard for us to think that we are actually the key role and the players at this time. It's our job to do this part of the work. And if we do not do, we cannot blame average humanity. Average humanity is walking in that level of evolution that they can, but it is our job, and it is a huge responsibility upon every single one. Can we be so bold and say to ourselves that because of us, what is happening in the world is our fault? Do we dare to say it? Because there is a little truth about that, or maybe a lot of truth about that. The disciples in the West, we have huge challenges of the comfort. The law of sacrifice is the first law of the soul. And I think it is my personal opinion. I think we have too much that in the West. Or maybe it is in the East too, but I don't know them so much, but I know a little bit about that, what is going on in the West. We sleep too much. We think also, it may be because of a Christian tradition that we think that Christ is doing or Jesus is doing everything. But it is not so. They are doing their own part. But our part is now here, and this world needs help from us. So, and this way, the lower kingdoms are enlightened and raised. So we have that. Sometimes Tibetan even says that it is our main responsibility to take care of the lower kingdoms. But we have many, many other tests and many other responsibilities. But this is one of the main responsibilities during the full moon times. All this is accomplished through meditation, through invocation and evocation, carried forward in the spirit of worship, which is the fundamental method of spiritual recognition. Thus, creatively, the glory which is hidden in every form is evoked and slowly brought to exoteric manifestation. So, Tibetans' instructions sought to prepare humanity for the reappearance of the Christ and for the descent of energies of Shambhala. It is the will to victory that is demanded at this time. It is the will to invoke that which is needed. It is the will to focus, and let us remember this when we have these full moon moments. It is the will to focus, and through this focusing to aid in the great act of invocation for which the Christ is at this time preparing himself. Him needing that in relationship to the WESAK festival, because he is the main conduit down towards the humanity. It is the will to goodness, to self-control, and to the evocation of right action for which the hierarchy asks today. If humanity does its part, it will find that hierarchy more than ready to respond and do its share in bringing about world's release from the forces of evil. Don't we need that? When Tibetan talks humanity, he always talks us as humanity. So we need in humanity a certain percentage or certain part of humanity who are called disciples, who needs to do that part. The moon rules the form, and it is the will of God to manifest through the medium of form. So let us build beautiful, beautiful form upon earth. The spirit of invocation needs evoking from the masses. This is the key idea what Tibetan explains. The spirit of invocation needs evoking from the masses, and it is this work that aspirants everywhere can aid the Buddha in bringing out, standing thus with him and with the hierarchy. At the time of the full moon of June, meaning the Christ festival, and in preparation for the opportunity during the entire month of May, the Taurus month. The point of focus for all servers must be the Christ, and every effort must be directed to aiding his work as representative for the people. He will endeavor to gather into himself all that they have of appeal, prayer, and demand, voiced or unvoiced, transmitting it in an act of spiritual intent to Shambhala. This is for us, this enormous guidance to understand what is our role in this. And really, really be in help. We have to unite our invocation. Well, we can say this way too. This is a historical moment of us. Can we do the best work forever what we have already done today in the WESAK full moon time? So the new group of world servers is composed of many groups. They are initiates and disciples who are consciously a part of the Great White Lords. They are aspirants and lesser disciples who are affiliated with the hierarchy. They are those upon the probationary path who are not yet affiliated with the hierarchy. And an increasing number of people who respond to the idealism and the purpose of the new group of world servers and who will rapidly join the group. Let us welcome all of those new rising servers from humanity. And we can think about these wonderful, beautiful young people who are, by their own will, they have been already standing forward and making their change. And let us remember, in this group, there can be opinions of completely different opposing sides, but yet they belong to this, because we all are walking different side of the mountain, and everyone is talking from their own background, what they have seen. We are taught to learn how we are cooperating with each other, how we will find the inner spirit, the real self within each of us. And let us try to make that change. So now we will go into this meditation, and very soon we will also light the candles. And let us have now alignment, how you are used to do your alignment. And of course, this beautiful text by the Master DK, the Tibetan, it was already aligning us. And you can breathe white light in your own rhythm, drawing that light from your soul. Holding the mind steadily in the light. Focusing yourself as high in the head as possible. Aligning where the will of God is known. Align with WESAK and its purpose in hierarchical plan. Offer yourself to the soul for recharging. followed this by 3 minutes of complete silence, imagining the peaceful, silent will of Shambhala, and preserving, if you can, an unmoved consciousness. To be charged with spiritual light and force, which then can take place. It is called in Catholic tradition the true quiet of union. We try to create the true quiet of union between the groups around the world of a new group of world servers. So let us now have 3 minutes of silence. Now, by the use of creative imagination, carry this electrification, this stimulation, and this illumination down to the emotional body of the group, thus purifying it and endeavoring to dispel its glamours. Let the light of illumination and enlightenment sweep through the astral body of the group. Again, use your creative imagination. And now see the light descending into your brain consciousness. Regard yourself and this group as the conscious recipient of the strength and the wisdom which we need in service. Now the bells ring. As the sign to call all of us together for the collective push to open a huge channel of descent of light from Shambhala, and directing the new group of observers into a new wave of last victorious act to be ready for the 2025 and fulfill our part in the hierarchical plan. We will now start to light the candles, and if you have at home one candle for the new group of observers or many candles, however you want, you can participate at home. And we will have 55 groups now together. And if you don't have candles, for instance, let us imagine when we hear the name of the group, the candle light be lit and all this increasing light through these groups and the whole network to be established. University of the Seven Rays. Morya Federation. Seven Ray Institute. Blue Rose Sisterhood. Esoteric United Nations. Morya Federation Esoteric Healing Community. Northern Light Society Pohjolan Valo. The Demand Group. Five-Pointed Star Guardians. The Synthesis Foundation. The Spiritual Life TV channel. The Oneness of Humanity Initiative. Esoteric Advent. Lucy's Trust. Arcane School. Meditation Mount. TCG Center for Spiritual Development. And please send for us the translation for those initials. Temple of Solomon, House of Menelik. Elfin Forest Meditation Group. Daily Meditative Vigil. TOS Meditation Group. Esoteric Group Study, Service and Meditation. Awakening the Higher Mind. Angelholm Study and Meditation Group Sweden. Soul Frequency Consciousness. UN SDG Meditation Group. Theosophy in Phoenix. Sacred Geometry Uniting Humanity. Helio Soulgate. Share International. Umami. H.B. Blavatsky Secret Doctrine at Facebook Private Group. Hispanic Group. Theosophical Amrita Lords Healing Group in Jyväskylä. Circle of the 2025 Initiatives. And forgive if I pronounce this wrongly. Anello Iris. Asteria. Comunità di Etica Vivente. Esoteric Tokyo. Group Huber di Meditatio Creativa. Hechal, Jerusalem. INEH and the NAA EH. Istituto di Ricerche Urusvati. Mansfield Group. New Group of World Servers, Hellas. Southern Light Center, Christ College of Trans-Himalayan Wisdom. Sydney Goodwill. Tet Radha, the Brotherhood of the Academy of Universal Synthesis, the ashram school of the four rays of the attribute in the Temple of Russia. The Hill Center. The Planetary System, Planetary Order prototype. The School for Esoteric Studies. The Soul of Nation, Australia. The Synthesis Meditation Circle Group. Victoria Goodwill. And the Chapel of St. John. Okay, we have here a few groups, so we will light one candle for these. Center for Conscious Living and Dying, Asheville. Okay, we will add then these two. And again, in your creative imagination, visualize, see this huge network of light around the planet. Oh, there was the Planet System Group and Magdala's Tower group as well. So we have the one candle for these groups. Today and tomorrow these groups are going to be added and the candles as well. Let us imagine that this power of invocation by all members of the new group of observers is organizing the mind of the new group of observers to be ready to be used. Okay, we still at their neuro variant love group. And I think this is a group Unse Ramabo de Bolvia. AES group. Seeing us united. And now imagining our invocation rising. And Earth Journey group. Now, dear friends, we have been opening our work, united work. And let us be conscious during these days about all of the groups that we now learn to know, of course, and then subjectively with all other groups too. And we will just close quietly, but keeping us open, and few minutes of music before we go to the next presentation.
Be still, my soul, the Lord is on thy side. Bear patiently the cross of grief or pain. Live to thy God, to order and provide. In every change, He faithful will remain. Be still, my soul, thy best, thy heavenly friend, through thorny ways leads to a joyful end. Be still, my soul, thy God doth undertake to guide the future as He has the past. Thy hope, thy confidence, let nothing shake. All now mysterious shall be bright at last. Be still, my soul, the waves and winds still know His voice who ruled them while He dwelt below. Be still, my soul, though dearest friends depart, and all is darkened in the vale of tears. Then shines the light, know His love, His heart, who comes to soothe thy sorrows and thy fear. Be still, my soul, thy Jesus can repair. From His own fullness all He takes
Thank you for all. And also we will add these names of the group into our list. And if you still want to add the names of your groups and what comes to your mind, you are welcome to do so. So just before we go to the next one, we are a little bit late, but remember, so today is, or it is today here in Europe, and at the moment, actually it is tomorrow for us when it is full moon, and then we have Americas, who is in the day of 23rd, and in Southern Pacific, it's already 24th. So for this WESAK moment, reserve the water for the water ceremony. Then if you can have bell, please have that, and candle if you have that, and also to the end, in the end we will take again this traditional toast. And it is, those who do not know, we have been asking Dr. Pepper, but you can have whatever you want. It was my husband's, when he was passing, that was his last wish, to have Dr. Pepper and French fries.